and you've got like the AP bombs coming over the top of your head to kind of support your movement forward too.
The Silas, though, locked in for Scout on the opposite side. This is kind of sick, because you look at, oh, well, I got the Alistair, which is just a great ult.
All right, Kobe, you said you were expecting junglers here in the top side for the volatile matchup. Zika jumping forward, trying to lock up King in here. Flashes in for the Ruthless Predator, and Wei is there. Vault Breaker, playmaker, first blood over to Zika.
I love that.
Anytime cause any trouble, and that's not going to go down, so Lucid can finish picking this one up, no problem, should be.
Wei's starting to get a little bit of an advantage for himself, though, because he's moved into...
Ooh, wow, Scout going in, looking for a little bit more on Lucid, but takes him down to
make sure that there is no possible contest on these Void Grubs.
Yep.
No, nice early use of the ultimate, get a big chunk onto the Maokai, make sure that DK are not going to have an option because, you know, they did have a really early timing on the first Dragon, so there was possibilities here, especially with, you know, Mohan.
From Hong and Wei just to make sure he's going to be fine on this, but you're just leaving Gala now to get free time.
All right, LNG's bringing in some backup. Vault Breaker getting charged. Flash engage comes out from Hung, and they're immediately just trying to chop down that tree. Lucid gets away with 200 HP as Zika tries to keep everybody else locked up with a disengage coming out from Moham. Knocks him back into the river. The big bomb coming in from the Ziggs. Aiming needs one more shot, and Lucid's going to get the kill credit.
Commit to this. They're like, you know, second spawn of Grubs. We're going to send everybody up to go for the tower dive first, but now the chase.
The immediate counterattack coming out from LNG with a Vi ulti into the follow-up from Scout. They take down Moham, but a teleport arrives, and Kingen is ready to tear through on a rampage. He chases Hung down, but Hung gets back over the wall as Lucid has to try to escape back into the mid lane. It's a three-man chase.
Wei followed up. They got that one, and because you saw the smite used on that Grub, he's not going to have his next smite charge available for the final Grub. As you know, stolen away by the cow. Really fun action so far.
All right, as we get back to live, turrets are collapsing in bottom and top lane both as LNG grabs the first down to the Kingen, but all of the other gold leads going the opposite direction. Down here in the bottom lane, though, 1v1 between our ulting top laners. Zika trying to wait for those cooldowns to come back. He doesn't want to stand there and fight the Olaf. Auto attack v auto attack. Zika looking to chase him down now. A little bit more is all he needs. Run, Kingen, run! Zika with the
back in as it's about to come off cooldown. Oh, where's Scout off to?
Okay, oh wait, Gala, very low on HP, down to 150, having to try to get away from this with a Killer Instinct. Last bouncing bomb ain't gonna hit him. The AD carry from LNG staying alive as Moham has already used the ultimate. The Unbreakable Will no longer available. Counterattack coming out from LNG now as Moham has to try to get away. Another stolen Maokai ulti. They go in, and LNG finds themselves another kill. They get separating the two squads. However, that's going to be assisted here a little bit for the other side as DK...
Regardless, though, is going to be Rift-Tailed picked up, and Kingen.
Ooh, yeah, Kingen trying to get himself away. Zika's going to stop the back. Kingen knows that the only way this works out okay.
Then his team arrives here. It has just been all Zika all day, and now
we got some more problems for Moham and for DK as Scout is ready to jump in after him. Stolen Alistar ulti means he's totally unafraid of any sort of a counterattack. Hung now just also continuing to try to chase. This Scout got knocked back over the wall. He misses the Absconda duct, but Void Seeker.
Three members of DK is like, I got this, it's fine, but it worked out. So great call on the blow.
At this point in the game, he's still going to need a couple of more minutes to hit that 225 sweet spot, as now LNG might have themselves another opportunity out of play. They will not be able to catch out that enemy Alistar, but Aiming's in a lot of trouble. Flash for the Ruthless Predator, and Gala's on a killing spree. TP arrives too late from DK to do anything about it. With the enemy Ziggs down, with his flash blown, it's problems for DK. Beautiful engage coming out from Hung as LNG follows up, and a Void Seeker finds the heart of Moham. DK just collapsed, and LNG hit him right in the ribcage.
Be able to take a ton of towers.
I mean, I think I just heard the words fatality off the back of that one. LNG, that was really the punch that they needed to make things happen. And a great engage off the back from Hung as well, because this is a guy who has been criticized quite a lot in LNG for just not having the best of moments, but when this in the enemy jungle, you can already see it existing on the bottom side of your screen, or bottom side of the map, but I think this is where LNG, this 1-3-1 is going to be. I think it kind of just setting up a very strong point for LNG to say, hang on, no, we are a force to be reckoned with at Worlds. Because I think a lot of
even in the jungle, 0, 1, and 5 for Weiwei been critical for setting up a lot of these plays as LNG going to take out that
minions were still empowered by the Baron though, so they didn't all die down there either, and the Renekton pressure is going to be relentless while the rest of the team...
Yeah, there's not a whole lot left to loosen here in the top side jungle. As long as they have the tier 2, it ain't gonna matter now, but hold on, Gala and Weiwei are gonna keep pushing the issue further forward. Over the wall, the abscond of Duck doesn't catch anybody else, and Scout and Hung gotta try to get back away. Zika showing up for the reinforcements, but Kingan, nobody takes Hung out of the picture. Zika fighting 1v3 on the front line, but he has to disengage back into the jungle now. Here to the rest. Lights out.
Oh, hang on, no.
Yeah, never mind. Fight starting off. Weiwei jumping to the back immediately, going after aiming. Who has a flashback over the wall, trying to stay safe as Weiwei's gonna get bursted down by Mom, but the Sterex keeping him alive for an extra second. Showmaker grabbing the kill on that one as Kingan is scrapping and fighting back against LNG. Zika has to try to get away, staying alive with a Sterex of his own as Gala's gonna be taken down to 1/3 HP, and he's gonna continue retreating back into his own jungle. LNG have lost a man and killed no one on DK. DK standing strong, starting up the Baron, but LNG is still here. Scout looking for the opportunity to go back in. He steals the Alistar ulti away, and now he's jumping in on top of Lucid. Kill the jungler, kill the Baron. It's that easy. Mohawk trying to get back away now as well as Zika wants to go in for a pincer attack, but Gala with a beautiful shot takes
Available. So he just immediately goes, thank you very much, I'll take that. Lucid.
See, is DK also scared of an LNG looking to force down the Baron? Weiwei loses his, was that the Sterex? No, never mind, that was just Allied Shield. Okay, you can see Zika up in the top lane, looking to take care of the last couple of hits onto that tier 2 they couldn't grab earlier, so now that one's out of the picture. They'll try to pressure.
Which makes it a bit tough, but trying to dive could be a bit scary because Showmaker has that Seeker's Arm card, but Kingan feeling rough now after a great combo from Zika.
Yeah. Kingan not loving this situation as the tier 3 turret's going to be killed in both top and mid lane at the same time. Zika pops the Dominus, looks to rotate over to the greater fight. They're going to lock up Moham here at the very start as Scout steals away the Unbreakable Will. He's so tanky there on the front line. Mega Inferno Bomb doesn't do a thing. Mid lane inhibitor down, top lane inhibitor exposed. LNG still doing just fine as DK scramble to try to defend.
And they're teleporting right back in.
Gala jumps in with a killer instinct. He wanted to go after Showmaker, but he ain't going to find him. He stays alive with the extra bit of time from the stasis. Kingan's on the front, trying to hold these guys off, putting a couple of hits into Hung, but it ain't gonna matter. Scout steals away another. Maokai, ulti. LNG with 2 inhibitors down in the enemy squad. Continue to push forward. Moham barely stays alive. Weiwei getting himself back into the fight. He's trying to stay alive, but it ain't gonna work out. It's 2 dead on the side of LNG. But Zika, Scout, and Gala are still pushing. The minions are finally gonna get cleared away, and DK's looking for a little bit of extra punish, but they ain't gonna find anything here. Just Zika's still hanging around and waiting. It's Weiwei and Gala DPSing the Elder just by themselves as a 2-man unit as Hung's gonna run interference, looking to keep everybody else away with a crash down to the Magnet Storm. Zika's ready to follow it up. They got the Elder, and they're looking to tear through DK. The remaining 4 players trying to get out, but it ain't gonna matter. Scout's got an Unbreakable Will, and LNG's got Unbreakable Lines. Moham will be the next to die as a double kill for Gala will seal their fate. Scout goes on a rampage. 1 goes back, but it will not matter. Ace for 1. Game 1 is going the way of LNG. They'll push down that last Nexus turret. They'll make a statement 18-8, and LNG is up 1-0 in the first promo series of the quarterfinals.
Scout, deathless. Gala, deathless. You know, traditionally, I think the Cassante is like a little bit rough into the Camille here as far as really good scaling for the Camille in side lanes and really good setup with a Galio here. That counter pick still used very effectively. No flash. He will certainly be a viable target as Zika right now is the target.
Yep, knocked back with the satchel charge. Zika trying to get away there. Jumps towards his opponents with a hook shot for the extra distance, but it does not matter first.
For aiming for Ziggs to get fed. Now the opposite dive.
Yeah, they want to get this dive onto Kingan if they can. Doing a good job defending himself for now. Turret shots flying out, but Scout's made his way down to the fight now too. 4v1, Kingan still level 5, nowhere close to being able to go all out, but he knocks him back, doing a beautiful job so far. Kingan, 1-man army from DK, he finally falls. LNG slightly faster, but unfortunately for DK, LNG, even though they had a tough time doing it, they got it done. Gala flashes back over the wall. Showmaker with a Spirit Rush to try to chase him down. He's all out of charges now, though. The orb flies out. Showmaker doing a good job flashing away from the hook shot of Zika, who does not have his own ulti. The Camille's still only level 5, so that's not going to be a return kill.
And now with the map state that it's in, Lucid able to move up towards this top side. He's going to get the Void Grubs. You push for aiming on towards this top tower as well. This should fall. So despite
very early on into this game.
Yeah, there you go. Turret down. Ziggs doing what Ziggs does, and Kingen now goes all out here with a K'Sante chasing after Hung, but he can just join up with the rest of his team up here in this bottom side river. Weiwei still working on the Drake. They're level 4 and they're half HP for the support and jungler of LNG, so they got to be a little bit careful here, even though they have a massive numbers advantage. They catch King, and he went way too close. What in the hell are we doing, King? And that was not the right choice. LNG getting a punish, and now the fight might just continue. Lucid wants to try to get away back over the wall. The ball breaker ain't gonna work. DK
would be very nice for them, even though their bottom tower here is very close to going down, and 3 members of LNG are coming to try and make sure of that.
Yep, we got another teleport coming in to try to turn this into a very one-sided fight. It's another bad experience for Kingen around the bottom lane. 0, 3, and 0. The most critical skills in League of Legends that really separates the top teams. Hold on now, another one of those skills is a dive when you can find it. Beautifully done from DK, but a nice interruption as LNG want to get that counterattack now on Lucid, who tries to escape off to the right, but it's not going to do a whole lot. You would have to think. Lucid still staying alive for now, still trying to get himself back away. One more punch from Scout's going to get it done as Hung gets slammed back into the wall there by the Poppy, but a DP's coming in. There's your Glacial Prison. There's a double kill back over to Scout. Something go and take something else instead, but LNG was not willing to let go.
Sir will back away, but they will back away towards this dragon, which is working out well for them.
Yep.
And Zika now trying to see if he can just put some pressure on towards Mo.
Yes, sir. Rift Herald has spawned. LNG with a 5-man play going in. They find the Glacial Prison, but it's only on the Moham. How much do they want to commit to this? Looks like the whole kitchen sink. Should be a 1-for-1 though. Hung barely getting away. Showmaker finally going to finish him, but Lucid's going to drop next. 3v4. Aiming is still alive. Kingen trying to cut off Zika. Hero's entrance looking to back up that top laner as Kingen is once again in a bad spot. He has to flash to try to escape, but it's Scout back over the wall. LNG doing a beautiful job as the fist of Scout.
That was actually beautiful kind of dissection of the fight from LNG.
They dropped the Rift Herald back in mid lane as a distraction that needs to be answered by DK here at the same time. Showmaker's going to step up, but the Mountain Drake is already secured.
DK have read this.
Yeah, Showmaker and Lucid both around here. Mega Inferno Bomb used to just clear the wave. Scout's Justice Punch gets interrupted, so then he has to flash to try to escape, but a nice charm from Showmaker to lock him up, and LNG is going to get punished immediately. The DK still got to be careful about their approach, but they're going to be a little bit too little, too late. Mega Inferno Bomb over the top as they want to try to get their jungler in there, but instead the counterattack coming out from LNG. The Drake is going to be secured. That is Mountain Soul over to the LPL squad, as now they're going to take the full fight, but they got to be careful. Zika here on the front line going to be taken low, but he barely survived thanks to Steric's Gauge. Now the Wombo combo. The damage back over onto Kingen's going to be good. LNG still chasing, but Weiwei is at death's door. Aiming takes him down, and Hung is going to be stopped. LNG still scrambling to fight. A double kill back over to Aiming. Make it a triple for the Ziggs. Scout about to fall, and the Void Seeker won't get one back.
It's these waves. I want to see the fight again. Gala here, though, is going to try and fight them off the Baron. They're still rushing it down. It's only 3,000 health.
2,000 health. 1,000 health secured by Lucid.
Solo. Aiming can flash forward, and he also gets the knock onto Hung to make sure he can get that double kill.
All right, back to live. Engage from Lucid, going in, tries to find the slam on the Weiwei. The Sejuani not anywhere tanky enough to survive this, and DK with momentum barreling down the bottom lane.
They saw Zuka in this top side, so they immediately go for the pick. They get it, and the reset now from Kingen to defend this top turret as well.
DK of another really bad game state, and they are now over 4,000 gold ahead. It's much more of a fighting, shooting DPS dive build. If you're not diving, you're not really doing anything on LNG's side, and if DK continues building their lead, the dive gets tougher and tougher. Moham very, very low, but he still stays alive. Critically, Kingen trying to also continue the retreat. LNG keeps the chase alive. Scout doing a great job locking up the enemy K'Sante. Zika's already killed off Moham, but meanwhile back in the jungle, it's Gala under pressure. Huge damage coming in. Gala is saved somehow by the hero's entrance plus the shielding. The
team comes to hover.
That zig so huge here for DK. Zika jumps in for the immediate stun on Kingen, but the K'Sante can't really be the target. It can't be the focus for LNG if they want to have a good fight here as DK groups up and exits back towards mid.
Yeah, they're trying to make sure that Scout can't come in behind them with a big taunt. Zika trying to wrap around, completely out of vision. Lucid trying to mark him and spot him out. We'll just see him here now.
Okay, they've got eyes on Zika, but now the fight's gonna start off. Lucid wanted to go in, but it ain't gonna work out here quite yet. Aiming forced into the stasis here immediately, but a massive engage coming out from Hung. He locks everybody up, but where's the follow-up? Kingan's gonna die. Gala takes him out. DK trying to get themselves away. Zika still barely alive here at about 25% HP back into the Drake pit. Lucid over the wall, still thinking about maybe trying to fight for it. Moham at 1/3 HP, aiming. He needs to recall, reset, rejoin the fight here with a teleport. The Dragon at 6,000 as Hung again still looking for an angle. There's your taunt coming out from Scout. Zika back over the wall and Lucid is down. The charm on Gala will finish him off, but Showmaker dies to Scout here as well. Aiming in Moham trying to get themselves back away as Weiwei will be left alone here with the Elder Dragon. Hung still chasing, and Elder execute would be almost immediate here on Moham. He's about to take the damage. The winds of war are blowing, and they will burn down the house of DK. Aiming, the last man standing. He's kiting them all the way through the jungle. They got to be careful about this one. The Ziggs is so damn hard to kill, but they've got so many more men. Weiwei still coming back around from the side. The Elder Dragon Sejuani trying to cut him off. Aiming with a beautiful Mega Inferno Bomb to take out the enemy support, but he pays with it, with his life.
Actually, even though they see the Camille coming, there's nothing you can do about it. The Camille ult breaks the vibe.
Live. LNG going after Baron, and there is no contest on that one. All right, LNG have
Top side. The wave was controlled by Showmaker on the bottom end, but a potential play from LNG is always on the cards. Zika going to reset. I think he's looking for a TP back in onto the play, having finished off a GA. There it goes. Yeah. And now going to come back in immediately onto the top side turret.
Yeah, keep your eyes on aiming. The whole game is
Camille's
about aiming.
already in. Camille's on the tower. Camille's deleting the tower.
He needed one more hit. I don't think he's going to find it. Hook shot to escape in time. Glacial Prison over the wall to block any sort of a chase that DK would have wanted to execute on, as Gala, now with a space created by Zika in the top lane, can secure the kill in the tier 2 back over.
Aiming was pumping out damage, trying to do as much as they can, but LNG, of course, still with their Dragon Soul, with all the extra gold that they've now gotten too, try to come and finish off the other side of the map.
Oh, Moham finds himself in a bad spot. He's down. Zika seeing the angle to block his escape. Now a 5v4 for LNG. Glacial Prison onto Kingen yet again. The 0-6 K'Sante has had such a struggle here in this second game as LNG, their Baron is about to expire. They want to try to get all the value that they can. Rotating back over to the mid lane now as the wave is also about to crash. Mega Inferno Bomb with very little value. Mid lane inhibitor would be the first one to fall on DK's side as it is full build Camille going into the second Elder Drake fight of the game. Gala taking the poke though from aiming as Showmaker's forced into the stasis. He's got to try to get himself back away. Zika into the back line, but he's already isolated. He's going to be knocked down. Surely though, right? Hero's entrance ain't quite going to find the way that it's looking for. Zika into the back line. Aiming trying to get away. They need to lock him up, beat him down. Weiwei finds the kill on aiming, and DK is looking like a graveyard right now. LNG barreling down mid lane. Game 2 was closer. DK was stronger, but LNG still are better. Kingen jumps into the middle of everybody, but it ain't gonna do a damn thing. Showmaker gets shown just who's the better team here. And LNG are the first team going to quarterfinals in Worlds 2024.
Zika is just too rich, man. Over a 6,000 gold lead individually.
He's the first team advancing to quarterfinals, and I have Weiwei and Christina with me for this interview. Congratulations on making it to quarterfinals, Weiwei. I want to talk about a video that D plus Kia published yesterday on their social media, laughing and being really, really happy that they drew you. How did you react to that if you saw the video?
恭喜你们在这局的 BO3当中成功的战胜了对手，晋级到了8强。第一个问题想问到的是，在昨天的抽签环节结束之后呢 ，DK 他们在社交媒体上发布了他们对于抽到 LNG 的一个反应和表现。想问一下微微有没有看到过那个视频，以及是你们在抽到 DK 之后是什么样的感受？
就看过他们那个挺开心的那个视频吧，然后抽到他们的话就也挺开心的吧。
Yeah, actually, I saw the video they published. I saw they were so happy to be able to draw against us, but we had the same feeling.
Oh, really? What did you think? Did you think you were gonna dominate them that convincingly? 2-0 was really crushing.
那昨天在看到那个抽签的时候，有没有预测到你们今天能够以2-0的表现，非常稳健的击败他们呢？
就感觉就是就抽到就感觉已经要去别的地方了。
So when I saw the draw show, I felt like we're going to go to the next city.
All right, convincing victory here, and I love the confidence. I want to follow up on an interview that Gala did with Armand Luc from LNG Esports, saying that it is really important that you 5 are here competing together and how happy you are playing together. Can you tell me more about the relationship you have with your teammates?
那在此前呢 ，Gala 在接受一个外媒的采访的时候提到了，他非常开心你们 LNG 的这5个人能够一起来到参加到全球总决赛。那想问一下微微，你是怎么样看待这次你们5个人可以一起出征，然后是怎么样看待你们队伍之间的一个协作啊这样的关系的呢？
就能5个人一起打比赛，就感觉就非常好吧。然后我们5个人的就配合什么就理解也是越来越好。
I feel like I was very happy to be able to get we 5 players here participating in the Worlds 2024, and also I think we have a better team synergy and also the understanding to the game.
Absolutely, and really performing well so far at Worlds, which goes against the expectations that people had for you and LNG Weiwei. So, did you feel like you have something to prove coming at Worlds this year?
那在来到这次全球总决赛的时候，可能人们没有对 LNG 有过这么高的期待。那想问一下微微选手，你觉得自己和队伍的表现现在怎么样？有没有说什么想要在这一届全球总决赛的舞台上证明的呢？
就感觉不被人看好的，就感觉就挺好的。
I feel pretty good that we are underestimated by the others.
All right, because coming back at Worlds as the runner-up from Worlds Finals last year, you're the first team to make it to quarterfinals. What is your resolution for this Worlds?
那微微选手是作为去年全球总决赛的亚军，现在呢，你们 LNG 又是第1支成功晋级到8强的队伍。想问一下，你对于这次总决赛的决心是什么呢？
就希望比去年成绩好吧。
I hope I can have the better result than the last year's Worlds.
A lot of expectations here on your side. Weiwei, thank you so much for the interview. Christina, thank you so much for the translation as well. That's all for us here on this side of the stage. We'll be right back for the LCK Summer Finals rematch. LNG Esports versus Genji.